Okay, this is a nice test. Is it not working?
Is that my special ringtone?
No, I don't think so. That's just everybody.
I was hoping.
Okay. Yeah. There should be a live chat option. So, if you probably making you make a YouTube account because this is really dumb, but every Gmail comes in air quotes with a YouTube account, but you have to like tell it to make one. I mean, that's fine. I just was mainly curious if it would, if people wanted to, if they could figure out how to. But if you can read me, that's important. Or hear me and see me. You know what I mean. So how do I adjust my settings? This is my one question. Or do I not have access to that? Because I just did, for this one, I just wanted to make sure that sending a leak out before worked. And I see at least you've been able to show up. I don't see Brian at all, but I assume the two people are you and your phone. And your. I've had 3 pop up and go down sometimes. So I wonder if that has to do with what you're messing with. myself. Hey, Brian, can you chat? I assume you're the fourth person watching. During this high-tech stream where I eat my dinner with a phone attached to my headphones. Because I want to try, because this is, like I said, this is YouTube natively capturing my webcam and microphone, which is what I imagine our phone system will be like. But I want to test it on your phone tonight before we get done. But before we do that, I want to try OBS into it. Because I haven't done that yet, because there was just kind of like stream here, and I was like, all right, let's make sure I can set up a reminder, get a YouTube link that we can then send to everybody that they can then use. Even though the YouTube link looks weird. It really doesn't look like YouTube live stream. It's like shortened YouTube link. And so, okay. Right, are you the fourth? Because then we could always do the phones onto a Teams call with the computer and just screen cap and then use the phone from that. And then use the audio and stuff from Teams as well as our backup. Really was. Brian. I assume you're the fourth. Well, I really wish. With Twitch, you can tell who's watching. Oh, they're participants. Oh, it's just me. Why does it say just me? Because you're watching. I can tell. Yeah. That's probably just the default. Because I'm only purple because my avatar is purple in general. So, I bet you that's just your. I'm going to go ahead and pull up that from a private browser and see what happens. Tuxes. I said that there, didn't really. Yeah, I really hate that link. Does not look like a YouTube link. No, that's the YouTube link I got for you guys is utu.be and then a bunch of stuff. It looks like someone faking a YouTube link. Okay, so I can watch, and I still only have 4 viewers. But I should have added a 5th because I'm on a, unless I'm not logged in. Well, no, I'm in a private browser, so I can watch my stream. I wanted to see if it would get a 5th, but it doesn't. All right. Either way, I mean, this works at this point. Like, you got it with the YouTube link, so the links works to send out. So I am going to, okay, now it shows 5. It must just have a delay. It might not auto-update. Okay. I still haven't heard from Brian, but we don't actually know if he's watching or not. Yeah. So I guess I'm just going to minimize this to that side. Okay, setting up. Let's see what last stream. Stream now set up. This is super old. Okay, perfect. But if I come to here and go to start streaming, open my settings, stream, service, YouTube, and then I should have a key there, and then maybe let's do simple. Okay, can he not chat then? Mm-hmm. You guys can watch me eat my dinner. I'm just glad I got here on time. I had a magic tournament I qualified for this morning that ran super long. Well, I didn't realize it would run that long. And at that point, I put it into YouTube, and I didn't want to change the link at all. So I wanted to make sure, like, when we get a link, we're solid. And then I went to Walmart thinking I had time to return some stain. And then I might have technically did. Yeah, up here at 7 o'clock. Okay. 4-3, made top 30 just barely, which is a pay jump. So that was pretty good. All in all, I played okay. And for not having played Magic for a very long time, I played pretty well. So. I just was not expecting it to be a 7-hour slog. What's really weird about it? Yeah. It's always. I don't quite understand how all that works. The mechanism is it? Are they both set to live? Because sometimes this will do live replay. So like you could go back. But I don't think it ever. I mean, I also assume they're not exactly giving me high priority here. So, can I share my screen? No, I can't. Not in this mode. But if you mouse over the window or the video, in the bottom left there should be a live, and if it's grayed out, you're not live. But it should be like a little red dot right past like the mute button. And I'm gonna text Brian real fast. I'm gonna put you on speaker. So I'm gonna mute my. It was an email. Admittedly, I said one, here's going to be the link, and then forgot to put the link in, and then had to reinsert the link.
Oh, okay. I was not live on my Mac.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking it might be.
Okay.
Yeah, YouTube does that. If it pauses it for any reason, it picks up where you were, not right back at the live. Once Brian gets in here and chats, I will take this one down and go from OBS. And then we'll see how that process goes. What'd you say, Dad? Sorry. So do you have it open? Yeah. Okay. So if you open OBS, in the bottom left, there's this box called Scenes. There, if you're streaming, it's how you would cut between different views if you had them all pre-set up. So if I had like a game that I was playing, I'd have like a game scene where I'm playing, and then like a, hey, we're hanging out and chatting scene that would look more like this. And then there's the sources when they're next to it is where you add a source to a scene. We'll just be doing one of these, just one scene with one source. And then there's the audio mixer where we can add more, I think, but what I plan on doing is just using the Teams audio, so we'll just use desktop audio for that. Right, I can't make any changes. And then when it comes to streaming, we'll have to change our settings and put in the link to the YouTube thing, which is not that big of a deal to do, but. Okay, so now I see 5 again, so I assume that means Brian's here. Okay, yep, so he's in. Can you chat with me, Brian? Just type a chat message at all. Oh, I see we lost him. I'm also going to close out that other window so I don't have myself listening to myself. Yeah, okay, he had to make a channel first, but now he's here. Okay. All right, so you know what's going on, Brian. So this was our first test, which was successful. People with the link that we sent out before were able to get in. We managed to figure out how to chat, which is by making a channel first. I'm not that worried about people chatting, to be honest. It's not like we're really going to read it. We might go back and read it later, because I think they do have chat replay. Or maybe that's only Twitch. I don't remember. Either way, I'm not that worried about it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this down, because this is YouTube just natively grabbing my webcam and mic. So I'm going to switch over to OBS, go back up with that, and then if this works, I'm going to hand the account to Dad, and Dad's going to stream from the phone. And that way we'll have everything tested for what's going on. So, all right, that was a successful stream. Time to end it with this nice big red button. Yeah. What'd you say? So we're going to have to use the computer for that if we have to go that way. Is there not a OBS for Mac? Okay. Yeah, we'll have to do that at that point and make it a little more. We're getting some lag, some stops and starts in the live stream feed. It might be me. I only have like 3 up here at the house. I'm pretty sure. I generally don't have a whole lot of up. We don't have super great internet. We have just enough for 2 people. Although I'm getting pretty good down right now. Okay, so I'm getting about 7 up right now. What quality are you streaming, or are you getting, Brian, by the way? Like, is it 720, 1080? Or it might just be first privacy. Yeah, so I don't have any control over my bit rate with this. So if I'm dropping a little bit of my bit rate too, I won't be able to put out that much that well. And like with this YouTube streaming direct from your phone, I have like no settings that I can touch once I'm going, at least. If I'm in OBS, we can tweak all those settings and stuff. I think my taskbar not showing. They're not hiding. It should auto hide. So I guess we're just testing 360 right now. How's the 360 working on your end? Is it working well? Is you can't open the link up at all? Is that the problem? Because it is a bit of a weird link. Or is it you can't like broadcast to it or something? Is that what you mean? I've got enough. I can afford to lose a few. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It's never going to be perfect. Yeah, oftentimes you can refresh and like resync up things. It just depends on how everything goes. Oh. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take this one down. We'll pop over to OBS streaming. So I'll go ahead and see how that works. So I don't know if you guys can watch the channel when it goes live. I don't know. We'll figure that out here. Okay. Cool. All right, so I'm going to go off. We'll be back up in a second, and I guess I'll keep talking to Dad because I've got him on the phone. Yeah, I was planning on starting a few minutes early the day of, just to make sure. I don't know about a full 30 minutes. We'll just see. But, and